Hello and welcome to our little midday summary we like to do, capturing the zeitgeist of what's going on online, viral, memes, what everybody's talking about around the proverbial water cooler. And I am loading on my phone here your comments since we have gone live. Join you in real time. Brian, how goes it?
I'm doing well.
Good. Okay. Gotta get situated. I was just on Live in the D from 10 until 11. Made chicken sandwiches for everybody out of the fryer all morning long.
Oh, wow.
After doing the morning news, too.
How were the sandwiches?
Apparently, people liked them. I mean, they weren't like raving wild like Popeyes, but, you know, they seemed to like them.
Good.
Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced in Michigan Wednesday that we would become the first state in the U.S. to ban the sale of flavored e-cigarettes. The ban gives sellers 30 days to comply, and it will go for 6 months until it will need renewal in 6 months if they want to continue the ban. So Governor Whitmer cited the product's appeal to kids along with misleading marketing, saying she wants vaping products to come with a Surgeon General's warning, much like cigarettes, but she's not waiting for the feds to act. So they're saying that, you know, basically they're using candy flavors and marketing gimmicks like Joe Camel type stuff to market to the kids. I know that it's been at least a year since I first heard of high school and in some cases I would suppose middle school parking lots littered with the little cartridges once they're spent, much like a cigarette butt. The American Vaping Association, meanwhile, called Whitmer's executive move a shameless attempt at backdoor prohibition. That was their phrase. I'm quoting, a shameless attempt at backdoor prohibition. The AVP believes the ban, AVP being the American Vaping Association, they believe the ban will close several hundred small businesses, send tens of thousands of ex-smokers back to traditional cigarettes, and create a massive black market for the products that are banned. Again, this is the governor's executive action. This isn't something that the voters voted yes or no on, or the lawmakers voted yes or no on. This is her as the state's executive basically saying, boom, mic drop, this is happening. 30 days to comply, vape retailers, take them off the shelves. And we're specifically talking about the ones that are fruity or minty, not tobacco flavored. They look like candy, they're unicorn or apple, Candy King, different flavors. It obviously looks like something that a kid would, like an LOL, one of those, or a Kinder Egg. But in this case, it's actually vaping products. According to a CDC report, e-cigarette use among high schoolers increased 78% during 2017 to 2018. So that's not even the current year. That was 2 years ago and last year. E-cigarette products are available in flavors that are believed to appeal to youth, as I showed you just now. The e-cig giant Juul Labs facing several state and federal investigation into its marketing and sales practices. Juul executives repeatedly claim their products are designed for adult smokers seeking a safer alternative to traditional tobacco-fired cigarettes. A congressional report presented in July found that Juul spent more than $200,000 sponsoring programs in schools meant to convey its messaging directly to teenage children. As part of Juul's youth prevention and education effort, the company paid $134,000 to set up a 5-week summer camp in which the stated goal, teaching kids healthy lifestyles, the report said. So the company reportedly offered schools nationwide $10,000 for the opportunity to talk to students in classrooms or after school. If you saw the movie Thank You for Smoking, that's exactly what a tobacco lobbyist does. He goes to his son's school and says maybe cigarettes aren't so bad after all.
Yeah, so that's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying, oh, well, they can brand this as talking about the dangers of vaping, but it does sort of, it's very similar to big tobacco tactics from back in the day.
Yeah.
Is what a lot of people are saying, yeah.
Well, and there's a lot of Boy, we can go into a lot of realms here. I mean, it turns out that Big Sugar, they were the ones who were fronting the whole fat is bad for you, low fat, fat this, low fat that, no fat. Well, it turns out sugar is actually the culprit that's bad for you, and we're only now figuring this out like 50 years later. And there's a lot of sugar in fast food, and fast food places call people who go to them a lot heavy users. Much in the same way as a drug addict or a nicotine addict or an alcohol addict. Fast food says the people that come to us most often, we call them a heavy user inside the business. So it's sort of all in the same realm. The report also found that Juul recruited celebrity influencers to market their products on social media. Basically, you could rent the movie Thank You for Smoking. It stars Aaron Eckhart as a tobacco lobbyist in Washington, D.C., one of the Merchants of Death, or Mod Squad, the others being alcohol and firearms. A mercilessly wicked satire of the way the power levers are pulled and the cogs of legislation turn. It's just a great movie. It's I know it's 14 years old, but I just watched it again the other day, and man, oh man, what a flick. You can take out tobacco and put in vaping or e-cigarettes in place of it, and you kind of get the idea of where we're at right now. Kind of back in Michael Mann territory, the Al Pacino movie portraying 60 Minutes, the whistleblower case. E-cigarettes are less harmful than traditional cigarettes. They contain fewer toxic chemicals. Nicotine, a toxic substance, is the primary agent in both e-cigs and traditional cigarettes. E-cigs give users the ability to get a greater hit of nicotine than with traditional cigarettes. We have 5 vaping facts you need to know on ClickOn. Is that what people search? 5 vaping facts you need to know?
Yeah, that article, I believe, let me check the source of that article. Those 5 vaping facts come from hopkinsmedicine.org.
hopkinsmedicine.org, okay? Okay, so just recently, as of August 27th, there were 215 cases nationwide of severe respiratory illness that officials believe is associated with vaping, according to the CDC. Some of these patients are on oxygen support, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fatigue, weight loss. 6 cases of illness here in Michigan. 2 deaths, according to officials. Most of the patients are in their late teens and 20s with no underlying health issues. The only thing that they have in common is vaping. New York health officials said Thursday that a compound called vitamin E acetate may be causing the illnesses. So the compound was found in cannabis-containing product samples that were submitted by patients for testing. New York health officials again urged against using unregulated products purchased off the street. Cannabis-containing products are not legally available in New York for recreational use.
Yeah, so here's what I think is interesting about this, because this mysterious vaping illness is something. It has to do with cannabis-containing products, which is not what Michigan's ban is about.
Right.
However, health officials believe that it's coming from products that were bought on the street, unregulated products. And so a ban, would, like the American Vaping Association says, create a sort of black market for these products, which...
Well, and, not to be cynical about it, but, even the most average-minded person can see that there is certainly a Trojan horse aspect to this, which is, okay, we've got all these illnesses. What a great excuse or reason to go after big vape, if you will, to protect our kids from starting vaping, starting using Juuls or whatever.
Yeah.
You've got the Trojan horse of vaping illnesses linked to cannabis off the street kind of stuff. But hey, hiding inside, let's protect the kids by banning all these fruity ones.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out there's probably a meeting about that. So It's up to you to decide for yourselves. That's why we live in a free country. So keep the conversation going online here. We'll keep the thread live, the live stream going. So if any of you want to have a back and forth, you can do that. Obviously, this will archive, so you can always add to the conversation after the fact. So this has been your midday roundup, and we'll see you back here at midday on Tuesday, but I will see you back here bright and early Monday morning.